Hi everyone, and welcome to a new book review. My name is Sophie, and this is Book Reviews by Sophie. Today we will be talking about Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. The genre of this book is thriller, and it was published in 2021. The majority of this book is set in Scotland and also in London, England. Rock, Paper, Scissors focuses on Amelia and Adam, a married couple. Unfortunately for them, their marriage is struggling. Amelia wins a weekend away in Scotland, and they are hopeful that this is just what their marriage needs to be successful again. However, things start to go very wrong when they arrive in Scotland, with things ending up in a way neither of them would ever expect, and someone is definitely meddling in their relationship. Adam is a screenwriter and suffers from face blindness, meaning he can't see faces or recognize people based on their facial features. Amelia works at a dog rescue and wants nothing more than for her marriage to be successful and happy again, for it to go back to the way it was. Both Adam and Amelia are keeping major secrets that are revealed throughout Rock, Paper, Scissors. This book has each person's perspective and alternates between Adam and Amelia. It also contains letters written by Adam's wife on each of their anniversaries, letters that she has never let him read. Before this trip, that is. Now it's time to discuss my thoughts about this book. Starting with my rating. I rate this book a solid 4 stars. Let me get into why that's the case. This book had twist after twist after twist. Let me just say, I never expected any twist that happened in this book. Each thing took me by complete surprise. You certainly will not be disappointed by the twists. Trust me, you will not predict these masterful twists and turns done by Feeney. I also found this book really suspenseful. This was accomplished with short chapters, which kept the book fast-paced and exciting. No chapter was longer than 10 pages, which kept me really intrigued and interested in this book. Additionally, the majority of these chapters left off on a cliffhanger, which made me want to keep turning the pages to get to what was coming next. The combination of short chapters and cliffhangers made this book easy and fun to consume. I found myself wanting to get through it as fast as I possibly could. Also, the writing was really well done and descriptive. Here's an example from the book. We pass a stormy sea on our left and carry on north, the sound of crashing waves serenading us. As the winding road shrinks into a narrow lane, the sky, which has changed from blue to pink to purple and now black, is reflected in each of the partially frozen locks we pass. Farther inland, a forest engulfs us. Ancient pine trees, dusted with snow and taller than our house, are being bent out of shape by the storm as though they are matchsticks. The wind wails like a ghost outside the car, constantly trying to blow us off course. And when we slide a little on the icy road, I grip the steering wheel so tight that the bones in my fingers seem to protrude through my skin. From that, you can really get a taste for the writing. It's beautiful and descriptive. You can totally picture what's happening in each sentence of this book. Now on to why this book isn't a perfect 5 stars. For me, the beginning was a tad slow. It just took a couple chapters for it to really hold my interest. And I wasn't super invested until about 20 or 30 pages into the book. That isn't to say that the book isn't worth reading. It totally is. You just need to get through the first 3 to 4 chapters, which, like I said earlier, is totally easy due to short chapters. Additionally, I have a few gripes with the very ending of this book. The very last twist felt a little bit underdeveloped and kind of like an afterthought in my opinion. It's hard to describe exactly why this is the case without spoiling anything, so I'll just say the ending definitely could have been stronger. It might have even been better without the final twist. Other than the issue with the ending and the slightly slow beginning, this book is truly amazing. However, due to these issues, I couldn't rate it a 5 stars, so I went with 4. Now I would like to talk a little bit about the messaging in this book. I think one major theme in Rock, Paper, Scissors is the idea of change. Throughout the book, the main idea is that Adam and Amelia's marriage will get better, change, and go back to the way it was. However, as time goes on, we learn that the issue might really be about people changing. After all, that's what we might assume causes issues in a marriage to begin with, people changing. But a major theme of this book is that people don't really change. So the question is, why is their marriage struggling? That's something you're going to have to figure out for yourself by reading this book. This book is also all about relationships, both romantic and familial. As I have touched on earlier, it's about how romantic love can change and fall apart, but it's also about how it can be rebuilt. It's also about parent-child relationships and how those relationships can form the person that you are today. Another important theme is freedom. This shows up within Adam and Amelia's marriage, as they both feel trapped within it. And it's also present throughout the book in other twists and turns, but don't worry, I won't spoil. Now, a question I want to ask is, who do I think should read this book? I think the answer to that is anyone who loves a suspenseful thriller. specifically anyone that's interested in stories about marriage and relationships. Someone who loves a well-paced and twisty story would absolutely love Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Well, that wraps up my review on Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to tune in next time for another book review by Sophie.